Hello and welcome to Safari Catch Up, a daily wrap of the best wildlife sightings over the last 24 hours.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Yes, we are enjoying a little bit of a sunrise. It is disappearing behind that bank of cloud, but there it is. We watched a beautiful supermoon last night. Wow, look how quickly it disappears. Oh my goodness. It's just quite a thick cloud there, so I don't know if we're actually going to see it again. But beautiful colors anyway. Lovely soft pinks and purples around. And yes, at least we saw a sunrise. It's been a while. I was saying to Biwa how we actually haven't enjoyed a sunrise or even seen the moon for quite a long time. And last night was one of the first times we could admire it. And then, of course, even a sunset that we haven't really been having too much of because of all the cloud cover.
Hello, big boy. You've got skew ossicones. I wonder if this is the giraffe that we saw the other day. But he does have rather interesting ossicones. One's shorter than the other, one's thinner than the other. And the longer one is the thick one. No, the longer one is the thin one, sorry. And the thick one is the smaller one. It probably means that he favors his right-hand ossicone. So he probably will stand on the right-hand side of the animal, left-hand side of the animal, and swing towards his right to deliver the blow. Greg, I mean, this definitely is part of it. One of them. Yeah, they are very weird ossicones. I've seen ossicones where one faces forward, the other one faces backwards. I've seen ossicones definitely more than once or twice where the one is shorter than the other, and I think that's also just comes down to use. Usually these are also large male giraffe that will have these particular ossicones, and that means, they've been obviously using them for quite some time.
Wow, wow, wow. What a morning, what a flying start from the Masai Mara National Reserve of Kenya. They're just moving in the grass, just walking leisurely, and I got a feeling they're not hunting. They just, again, as I said, maybe the mother is showing the kitten, this is your future, this is where you belong, this is what you do. Just look at that now. So the one at the back, that one, I think is the baby. I guess that is the mother. I'm not very sure. I've said a few times when I was a young boy, I used to call them baby cheetahs. So that's the mother. The cub comes up, that's the kitten, has come out, following the mother. Mom, don't leave me behind. I cannot trust David and Marcel. You can see the difference in size of the two. Of course, the youngster is trying to show the mother she's good, she can run, she can hunt. What a day.
We have a vulture here on a nest, and this is actually, I think, the chick from this nest. And the reason I say that, it's got a very white head still, not a white-headed vulture at all. It is a white-backed, but the fur, or no, sorry, not the fur, the feathers that are on the back of the head there are very, very light in color, and you tend to find that with the younger ones. Also, there's quite a lot of streaking in its feathers around the neck and the chest. And also it makes sense that it's still hanging around its home, basically, for now. But it is getting to the point with these juvenile whitebacks that they are going to do a lot more moving around of their own, not be so reliant on mom and dad anymore. In fact, the parents aren't close by from what I can tell, so they might have already passed that stage.
Surprise, surprise. Look what we've spotted on the road. It is a rooikat, or commonly known as a caracal. Nice and relaxed, being serenaded by a black cuckoo. So Tanya, absolutely, there are a lot of caracal in this area. Now it's coming towards us. It's almost like it spotted something there in the brush. It's hidden there behind that needle bush. It's just going to be a change of filter there. Morgan's just looks like it may have spotted something. Is it getting ready to pounce? Looks like it might be, and it's going. What has it got? Oh, it's got a little mouse! How crazy is that? He's got himself a little rodent breakfast. Incredible. Like I say, there are a lot of rooikat around here.
So right here we've come across the two dominant males of the Black Rock Pride, which is Manuele and Oloibor. They look a little bit tired, lazy, and also Manuele looks a little bit hungry. They both are actually, they look a little bit hungry. That is Oloibor. Oloibor is a little bit blondie. Oloibor is white, Masai for white, and you can see he's a little bit blondie. So the other one has big mane. That's why we call him Manuele. Manuele is Swahili for hair, or hairy one. They look very tired and sound asleep. So they've been patrolling this territory. So we are close to the camp actually. So this is like a nice spot where they have shade. So they're going to be here for a little while until when it gets too hot, they'll look for another preferred shade to go and rest.
Hello everyone. We have been driving along the Timbavati River, and there is an African fish eagle, and it's perched right, the river's sort of in front of it, so it's perched there. I'm sure watching. There might be, well, I know there is water very close by, so it's looking out over the water, and of course looking for potentially something to hunt. Ooh, Tariba, that is a great question. I'm not sure if there are other fish eagles that exist on the different continents, which is, you know, where the name is given, that it is an African one. So it could be the fact that they needed to make that distinction makes me think that maybe they are. other fish eagles that, like you say, maybe the whatever it is, Eurasian fish eagle, for example. I've never heard of that particularly, but I will have to check for you. Oh, there's a giraffe. Bonus. You can just see them popping out there to the left. How nice is that?
These are breeding hard, and it seems like there's lots of calves. I can see the calves running, chasing one another. I can see young bulls there teasing each other, play fighting, and also pushing the rest of the younger ones out of their presence. Queenie, I agree with you. These are very big herd. I reckon these are about 500 or 600 individuals here. You can see the leader way out there. So they're heading down for a drink from a very long morning. They were grazing, they were resting. So when you got here, they're all resting, laying down. So it seems like they're going for a drink. The grass you can see is dry, and over in the horizon there's a small stream draining into this valley. So probably that's where they're going for the drink.
Look at that calf. That's the one I'm saying. This is very young. I think could be a couple of days old. It's almost pink all over. Yeah, Marcel thinks 2 days max. Look at the pink on her. Look at the protection she's getting and all the love she's getting now. That is the mother. See the redness of her genitalia. She must have been dropped yesterday or the day before. And no wonder the other either sisters or first cousins are giving these two particular ales big protection, because I think those babies are just a few days apart. So we got two cows here where their genitalia is still out, and maybe they're still yet to recover after having given birth. But I think that last one there could be the youngest, and we're giving her, me and Marcel, to look. It looks like a hippo actually. Marcel, do you see that? Even the balance doesn't have the very best balance.
Now, we're here with a rather large, giant plated lizard. And this particular guy looks to be a male. The particular individual, shall I say, looks to be a male. I'm pretty sure we've seen this particular male before. This one is very chunky. Powerful legs to obviously help him climb the rock face here at speed should he need to. Like I said, he can fall prey to a whole host of birds of prey, and if he isn't careful, even a snake or two. Stephanie, they get to about 70 to 80 centimeters, so they can be obviously a little bit longer than this guy. I mean, he's pretty big as it is, but yeah, I mean, they can get massive. They're like small, modest lizards, but they're not part of the same family.
That seems like one of the oldest females. It's very big. Always, what leads these elephant families are the matriarchs. Always the big and older females are the ones that lead the herds. They pass that memory over to the entire herd for generations and generations to come. You enjoying the milk, little boy? Johnny, good question. Have I ever seen an elephant give birth? Yes, and it was very interesting to see. I saw that in a park called Amboseli National Park. It was very cool to see. All the elephants came in to welcome the newborn. How cool is this? She's coming to investigate what's happening here. I'm sure she had me call an elephant. Not quite sure if they know they're elephants, but this is very interesting. Wow, what a welcome.
Hello, banded mungus with their pink noses. Must have eaten a lot. Also going in small little groups that we call a mob. And these are the striped or the banded mungus. Among the many species of mungus we have here. Always busy. Very rarely they spend 30 seconds in one given spot. Look at that scratching herself. Kendra, you're saying they're pretty adorable and you're wondering whether they have sharp teeth. I would say they do have. You know they eat lots of insects. And to eat, insects like beetles, millipedes, and more so beetles, they need to get the scarabs. They need to crack those wings from the beetles, which to me are pretty hard. I would say their teeth are quite hard and sharp to be able to crack the wings of the beetles. Why are you coming here? And always on the road. Hello? You look familiar, or do I look familiar?
Oh my goodness, look, this little baby elephant I think was chasing all the hardy does. He was running around. There you guys. Do more. It's the cutest little thing. So angry. All the little baby Ellies are very angry at the moment. And he's the smallest of them all too.
So we've made our way to the bat-eared fox den site, and these little youngsters are just starting to come out now. So just a little bit of interesting information on bat-eared foxes, obviously known for their unusually large ears, as you can see there, but they use that both for hearing of insects underground and also for thermoregulation. They are mostly found in quite arid areas. I think this is probably one of the furthest east that you would find them in their distribution range. Primarily insectivores, so with a diet that consists mainly of termites as well as other insects. And they possess about 50 teeth, which is more than most mammals. It's all super fluffy. I wouldn't be able to tell you how old they are, but like I say, very fast development, especially in these small carnivores. And that little guy with the floppy ears on the left, I wonder if he's the runt, but he seems to be the one that ventures out and is the bravest of the lot.
So here we have very most important birds here in the ecosystem. We have the lappet-faced vulture. You can see mating pair there. So this vultures is actually the biggest of all the vultures that we have in East Africa. Looks like it's their roosting tree. So we call them the ecosystem friendly engineers because they clean up whatever has been left out by predators, by natural causes. But if an animal dies out of natural cause, they will always take care of that. So they do the natural waste disposal. They consume carcasses, quickly prevent the rot. So they also help in disease control because sometimes you find that animals might die out of anthrax, rabies. So these species, or vultures in general, they have a very strong stomach that can able to digest an animal or a carcass or carrion from a dead animal that had died from various diseases.
I wonder, this could well be the last time we see this particular herd. I thought the last time we were going to see them was when we first found them. And then they all came back across, but who knows? Who knows? Anything's possible. Young boy. Hello. Yes. Yeah, yes. This is a vehicle. Do you see the baby lying in the road? Can you please, if you will, thank you. I'm tired, Mom. I didn't mean to shove you across or try and usher you across the road, but there was a little baby on the road. We wanted to see it. Young female. What an awesome interaction.
We've got a pair of Wahlbergs here. Well, the one, obviously, is only what you can see. But there's a second one perched in a tree on the other side of the road. And this one's actually quite low down, which means we have let's say, an unusual angle to view it sort of almost at eye level, which is quite cool. It's not too close to us, but it's perched a lot lower than normal. And there's also some impalas around. It's a stunning afternoon. It really is. It's gotten really still. It's still quite warm as well. To me, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? I think it's definitely possible for the Wahlbergs. Another species that actually specializes in it is the brown snake eagle. And I've seen one with a snake once. I didn't see it catch the snake, but it did have a puff adder with it, a small one, once. But that would, I think any sighting where you see the bird of prey catch something must be amazing.
Look at this chap. I think this is going to be the stint of all stints. I was saying, it looks like a zombie out of the apocalypse. That face. Look at this now. It looks like it's going to do a pasting. I've never seen this actually happening live. And I actually said to Morgan, that is one of the things I would love to see. Do you see how it almost extends the trunk out of its bum? I'm going to reverse some more again. You know, having a bit of a groom. most likely just become active as the sun's just about to set. What is the jackal up to? Walking right up towards this hyena. Get him. That's it. Chase him off. He's getting a little bit too big for himself there. Jackal. Hit it on. Here comes the jackal. On your bus. He's a bit too slow to catch the jackal though. The jackal's coming back again. Get him. That massive head sloping back. A lot more hairy than the spotted hyena. Not quite as fast, but I tell you, these guys can go for days and days and days walking. Walk for hundreds of kilometers.
Hello everyone. Yes, we have come to the elephants that I saw in the distance, and we've got a baby one. Baby elephant's just what I needed for this afternoon. And so cute. Sticking close to mom there. Oh man, it is using its trunk and chewing, so I would say somewhere over about 8 to 9 months to a year old. Everything they do is adorable, just because they're small. It's incredible. And see, yes, it is possible for elephants to have twins, but very rare. I believe it's about 1% on average of elephant births are twins, which is very, very low. But I do believe it has been recorded before. But tough on mom. I mean, if you think how much milk she would have to produce, I don't have an exact figure for you, but it's double, you know, in terms of the demand on her body as well. And if that happens in the dry season, that must be even tougher. Oh, a little elephant bum. How cute.
Hello. So this is probably your roosting spot. Is this where you're going to sleep tonight? This is definitely a first. I've never seen a fish eagle at night time before. I've never seen them so still. It is awake. We just saw a little blink there, but
So you think thank you?
oh, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. JJ, it's a good question. You know, when it's not breeding season, obviously, or when they're not sitting on eggs, they won't necessarily need to sit on the nest. It is also possible that there is maybe its other half is sitting on the nest, wherever the nest may be. It is also possible the nest could be in this tree. I don't think it is, but it's very, very common for them. Very common for us to see them perched on branches. Also, it's not necessarily the biggest of fish eagles. It's pretty small, so it could be a subadult. Big, or maybe just bigger than a subadult, moving towards adult. Maybe it's just got its adult plumage. But this is very cool. That's it for this episode of Safari Catch Up. We hope you all enjoyed it. We'll see you on Safari.